Hello and welcome back to Cardboard Decoy Plays Factorio. Now it's been a while since I played this campaign, but let me tell you, I have been playing so much and my perspective has changed even more so. Hold on, let me adjust my mic here. It seems a little high. Maybe that's not a bad thing, I'm not sure. So let's see, where were we? We were producing sulfuric acid. This is good. That's 4 tanks, which is a lot. Let me tell you, I usually nowadays keep it down to 2. This is going to be an interesting redesign period because I realize there's definitely a lot of things I would do different and have done differently on other playthroughs. So let's see what our oil situation is. Our oil is doing largely okay. We've got quite a bit of backstock there, and we did research the advanced oil handling, which is really, really good. We've got a lot of coal here that's still supplying our power. We need to start upgrading our power, but first things first. We need to revamp. This is going to be step 1 of the redesign process here. We are going to revamp this little area. This is going to be rather satisfying, and I think you'll be excited. So, first things first. Well, let's see. Yes, okay. So we want to get rid of all of this stuff. I'm going to just go ahead and walk you through the processes I have developed it more or less here, and that'll be the theme of this episode, and I'll try to keep you entertained with banter. That's the plan, at least. We shall see how that actually ends up working out. So, alright. So first things first, absolutely getting rid of all of this. This is a mess. This is a big snaggledy mess, and is no longer appropriate for our purposes. Let's get rid of this. There's a few different clever ways to take care of this. Number one, the same way we made our cable and circuit boards up there is how we're going to do our gears. We're going to absolutely need a ton of gears to keep up with things like research and also making basic track to supply the rest of the base with. You'll see. I have a pretty good ratio of how many factories I need to take care of different things and intentions around the base, and it works out pretty well so far. Oh geez, I just killed the pipe. Damn it. Hold on. Okay, also lights. Lights are actually really important for a Let's Play. Let me tell you, if you've had to adjust your brightness, we're going to go ahead and fix some of these issues that I have had in the past here with my non-lighting situation. Look at that. Now we can see. I realize playing or watching a couple other Let's Players play this game that actually seeing lights is super important. I don't actually do that in my... Oh, wait. Hold on. I had the beginnings of a cog factory here already. I totally forgot. Okay, cool. That's good. That's good. That gets to stay where it is. I just need to not disassemble pipes and all will be well. Let's just do this. And... alright, reformatting. Here we go. Now the big question is where I'm going to put my research facilities. Where did I had them down here? Okay, that's fine. We'll run power back down here without too much hassle. But yes, this whole episode essentially is dedicated to redesign and my new philosophies of actually designing a factory and preventing this sort of snarl. Orgo, if you're watching, I definitely appreciate your advice. It's interesting because you're suggesting a lot of things that I have been more or less kind of experimenting with, and you've kind of clarified a few different points, so I definitely appreciate that. Shouts out to Orko for being a cool dude, and also named after my favorite character back whenever I was 3. So, yeah, that deserves its own little shout out as well. Oh, geez, hello. Alright, that was unexpected. Good thing I reacted, because I was just moving my hand in order to... hold on, I just saw a guy move up here. Where did you go, little guy? And now you're coming up here to screw up my jams. Was I just seeing things? It's possible. I've been playing this game way too long, so, you know, I'm not going to dismiss the possibility that I'm just completely delusional half the time. Alright, so we're going to pick up all of this mess really quick. Fortunately, we're still on small biters, and from what I can tell, the progression isn't that terrifically awful. If we really want to, we can go kill some bases right now, I believe. I have... what is this? This is heavy armor? Oh yeah, I could definitely kill some bases if I so choose. Don't even need the grenades, really. I have piercing ammo and heavy armor, which is enough to take out just about any small biter base that there might be. So, actually, we're going to pause really quick, and to prevent further interruptions in the vein of biter attacks, we're going to go down here and try to find out where they are. Man, this pollution is insane. That is huge pollution coverage, and all because I'm still using steam. I really need to upgrade to solar pretty much as soon as possible. Let's see. Oh, did I see a guy running through the trees down here? Maybe, maybe not. Still seeing things, possibly. Wouldn't be surprised. We're going on a little journey, so bear with me here. I have grenades. We'll go ahead and hold on to those. That might come in handy, at least for clearing out trees and whatnot. Let's see. Our pollution goes all the way down here. That is just despicable. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. But I'm going to guess that this was the base down here that attacked me. Once I get everything ramped up again, they'll probably try to attack again. So we'll go ahead and solve this problem really quick before it gets out of hand. Oh, giant worms. Never mind. We won't be. Did I do this in my last video? It's been a while. There's a good chance that what has come before has come again in regards to that. The fact that giant worms are spawning before big biters kind of bugs me a little bit, to be perfectly honest. Alright, cool. We're going to chop down some trees. Air quotes. And there we go. Cleared a nice little path. That actually worked a lot better than I was expecting. So, there we go. We are now through the woods. Figuratively and literally, as far as that's concerned. Let's see, what's our oil production here? And that looks like a pretty necessary font of oil production. So, first things first, let's go ahead and actually disassemble this anyways. Alright, total redesign here. I was feeling a little sentimental, but it's not necessary. Once that oil is drained out, we'll get rid of that and kind of make some more space. But for now, we'll build around it, and that should work out pretty alright. And we might move our science facilities. I haven't decided yet. Okay, so let's see. First things first, we need copper plates and gears for our first stage of research, red research as it were. Okay, I'm sure you're familiar with that little tidbit. Do we have, how much blue do we have? We have 9 blue, and we did that to research the fancy stuff. Let's see. I am going to hold off on that because I can't build drones yet, but we're getting there. Very soon, very, very soon indeed. And let's see, okay, so we've already got gears here. We'll need a copper feed. What else will we need? We'll need to be able to build our own electronic circuits for... This is all review. I know this is like... Y'all are probably like, oh, we were just doing this. This is like the last episode. And it's like, yes, no, I realize, but it's been a while since I've been in this phase of the game. And this was 2 weeks ago since the last time I played this particular save. And I have been a bad YouTuber and totally just playing the crap out of this game unnecessarily to a great many detriment. Well, not detriment to myself. Well, maybe a detriment to myself, to be perfectly clear and honest. I play an unhealthy amount of Factorio. I need to kick the habit, and really I just need to get bored with it, and it does a terrible job of that, to say the least. Okay, cool. So we're going to reroute some copper down this way for our purposes, and we are going to handle this. Let's see, we got our grenade factory. Grenades are full. Steel can do as it pleases. We're still using wood power here. That's fine for now. We'll reformat all of this in the days to come. By the way, there was a patch. I totally glossed over this. So these no longer look the same. Whenever I saw the thumbnail for my saves, let's do load. I'll show you. I think it's still there actually. Oh no, it reformatted it. Wait, no, that's okay. So this is now my 50-hour factory, which you can't really see anything of, but you can still see the old copper bars there. They're kind of pale yellow. Long versus the gray iron bars there. Let's go back. Let's resume. And now they are to match sort of a dull copper color square to match the iron gray there square. And I thought that was pretty neat. Among other things, the icons for the fat inserters have changed, so it's no longer some weird remote control with a thingy sticking out of it. It is actually kind of inserter-y looking, so also kind of neat. Little graphical things. Not bad, though. All right, cool. So, first things first. Do I want to do blue factories? Blue factories cause less pollution, but they're not entirely necessary. We'll upgrade as we go on this. Let's see. First of all, we want to kind of plot out how much space we're going to need. Like this. How far back can we put this guy? We can put him that far, exactly. Okay, cool. So we're going to have shoreline copper wire production here. And we're going to do 3 of these. That should... Actually, no. Usually my issues with this little mini production facility is running out of copper as opposed to actual production. So, not a big deal, in other words. Let's go make some arms here. And, yep, that'll consume some of my yellow ones. And we are going to insert and output like that. We'll upgrade this track once we get to it. This is all going to be the foundation for much more elaborate production of sort of our basic necessities in factory building. So next we need copper wire. There we go. So that's copper wire. Copper wire's taken care of. We'll do that. That'll take care of the power requirements that we'll need. And there we go. Copper wire. Okay, I really need to reinstall this game on my SSD. I'm really resistant to installing things on my SSD because it's my SSD and it's pretty limited space, all things considered. So, yeah, that might be a thing in the future because especially once your factory starts getting significantly larger, it becomes much more of an issue whenever the autosaves happen because then you end up getting stuck basically for like a good 10-20 seconds or more. Actually, do I need to build it that far back? I'm kind of wondering space-wise. I built it all the way back here for reasons that have become slightly unnecessary at this point. Let's go like this. We will do that. That'll not work. How about we do this, and we'll just call it room for expansion in the future. And these are going to be our electronic circuits. And then we'll go like this. And these guys will be able to come down this way. Oh, there we go. And awesome. Bob's your uncle. All is well. And we will do like that. Not the best or most interesting placement of arms there, but it will work. And then we'll need some red inserters. And they will go like so. Cool. There's our output. And then some power. And awesome. This should work out fairly well. Cool. So we've got mini circuit board storage, which if we need any of this excess rerouted, we will take care of that by way of drones once they get up and going. What have we got going here? Oh, this is my plastic. Okay, I was like, excuse me, what are you, WTF are you doing? This looks like, what was this? This is going to be accessory wires. Probably not the worst idea, but once again, in the playthroughs I've done, it's not an issue of running out of production, it's running out of basic resources. So this will continue to be expanded out that way, and I'll probably move it around a little bit for space-wise once that becomes an issue, which it will, almost certainly in the end. Let's see. We actually need to make these blue arms. What am I thinking? So, go through a crazy amount of copper wire, and that will be a holdup in production for sure, is just the speed of the inserter actually putting wire in here to use. So, okay, so now we got green circuit boards. We can start turning these into arms. Now, give me a second to think about this, because this is going to need iron gear wheels, electronic circuits, and iron plates. And pretty much the same thing all the way around. So let me remember how I arrange this. So we're going to need iron gear wheels. Let's go ahead and split this. Half of this is going to go towards track production, and half of this is going to go towards arm production. So, fun fact, 90% of what we need in research is going to be from this little quadrant that we're building right now. Actually, let's do that. And then we'll do an inserter like so. Wait, there we go. It's a little windy, a little snaky, but that's fine. It'll all come out in the wash here, you'll see. Let's do that. And then immediately combine the lanes here, because everything that's going to be needed is going to need one or both of these in different ratios. So first things first, normal inserters just need all three of these together like that. We're going to hook the power back up here. Really cool. Well, that's already technically more or less connected, so let's do that. And click and drag. And that's not going to work right there. There we go. Cool. All right, now we got gear production back. This is good. Oops. I took this away thinking I wasn't going to need it, and I was a fool. Don't let anyone fool you unless you are a fool as well. And then join me. Join me in my terrific misery. All right, you need to be that again. Okay, cool. Is that going to work? Oh, output arm. There we go. Cool. And we'll upgrade that as we go. I'm just trying to keep everything flowing and nice for y'all to watch. This is going to be a moderately cleaner design for certain. But let's go ahead and think for a second. All right, we need yellow inserters to make the reds and blues, and then to make a green, we'll need blues. So, here's what I'm thinking. Once again, this is kind of how I have it in my other game, and it works out fairly decently. We're going to, what's the ratios look like? 2 electronic circuits, 4 electronic circuits, 1 electronic circuit. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Production speed isn't so much of a giant, hairy deal in all of this, so you're going to go like this. You're going to go like this. We're going to make 3 long arms and 3 blue arms. And we are going to take from you. And actually, no, you're going to be red inserters. You don't need the circuit boards. We can back this up a little bit. Okay. We'll adapt this. For certain, for absolutely certain, this will be adapted. Actually, let's adapt it now because I don't want to be a giant toolbox about it. Alright. And we'll go like this. And we'll go ahead and do blue arm here, blue arm here. And then we will have another blue arm here. Like that. And 2 more. Okay. Blue arm. Blue arm. Alright. You're going to be red. You're going to be... Whoops. You're going to be... Where did I go with it? Oh, I need to do this. Hold on. Yellow. And you're going to be blue. Excuse me. Okay. Blue needs metal plates. That's fine. Metal plates will make it down to the end. And electronic circuits and yellow inserters. So for that little bit of magic, we will do this. There we go. You need iron plates and gears. Got that. And yellow inserters. So once again, we'll do that. There we go. Now everybody's supplied with everything that they need. And all we need is outputs. Now for smart inserters, that's going to be a little bit trickier because what do they need? They need electronic circuits and fast inserters. Not as tricky as I thought, to be honest. I'm kind of overthinking it just a teensy bit. So what we're going to do for that is actually not in the least bit efficient, but will work. Come hell or high water. Let's build another one of these blue guys. And we'll do that. You know what? I actually don't want to do that. And I'll tell you why in a second. Let's go ahead and... There we go. How many does it need? It's going to need 4 for a blue inserter. 4 electronic circuits for a... There we go. No, just 2. What needed 4? Oh no, 4 is for the smart inserters. Okay, cool. Well, first things first. Outputs. And you will have an output like... Whoa, like this. And this. And these are going to go into... Do I have boxes? Nope, doesn't look like it. Let's go ahead and make a couple wooden chests. And these are going to get replaced by logistics boxes in the future. But for now, we'll just go ahead and limit them like that. I don't know if I highlighted this in the last one, but you can limit... Oh yeah, no, I must have because of grenade production. So those will be outputted by logistics robots in the long run. But let's go ahead and power this up and see what happens. Hopefully all good things. Alright. And there we go. Super handy dandy. Look at that. I am a wizard. And all that fun stuff. And everybody has what they need in order to continue producing. And these guys are producing just fast enough. As long as this arm gets held up, it means that we are not using so many circuit boards as to create a problem. Although this does need to catch up a little bit. That'll be fine. That'll happen in time. So there we go. Much more clean, much more production happening, all in a fraction of the space I was using before. Now, onto what you call it? The thingies, the track production. So track production takes up even less space, so this will be really handy. Let's go. You just need iron plates and iron gears, and transport belts and iron gears. So we're going to keep this even simpler. Let's see. We've got iron plates and iron gears. We'll get 2 splitters. There we go. That'll work. And oh, I have like 5. That's fine. Rotate, and we'll cut a hole in this. And again, we're just sort of building around our pre-existing facilities here that we have, and there we go. 3. Well, now I have 4. That's fine too. And what'll end up happening here is, let's see, how do I want to do this? We'll do 2 like this, and we'll need, let's do 4 fast inserters, because this production tends to be pretty fast-paced. Hello, motorcycle outside of my window. That's fine. So there we go. This is going to be yellow track. Cool. And power lines. Okay, and then this is going to come down like so. So we've got gears and yellow track. Is that enough space? It is not. Okay. Minor fail. Don't mind me. I should have done this first in the first place. Like this. We'll have 1 out to the side here to store our very small amounts of yellow track that we do want in excess for various upgrades and whatnot. There we go. And limit you to there. Let me go ahead and power this on. And then we will also, once again, do blue inserters like this. You will be red. Whoop. There we go. Track. And whoop. There we go. Just in time. Got that out of the way. More blue inserters. And power. Look at that. And that's going to be everything that we need for everything that we had in this space, with all of this snarl of track down here has now been condensed into just this. No big deal whatsoever. I might not even need the splitter there. I might change that in the future. But yeah, and now we have everything we need for red and green research. And yeah, well, we still need copper plates. That's fine. And then we'll need transport belts and inserters. We have those right there. We'll just pull them straight out of the box, and we'll get some copper plate here. And we'll run the track down this way. Yes, we have covered track here. And like that. Goes right underneath. We're already over on time, but that's fine. And this will be part 1 of the maybe not incredibly dramatic, but definitely more concise factory redesign on Cardboard Decoy's playthrough at Factorio. So let's just go ahead and do that. You know what? I could probably just run this like this, and that would be fine. Nobody would cry. Least of all me. Alright, cool. Maybe not the most efficient or pretty thing you've ever seen, but it works. It definitely works. So say I. So say we all. Oh man, I missed that show. Like, I finished watching Battlestar Galactica, and I felt that void. The void of a good show. So there we go. In a nutshell, we managed to get 3 things on the track there. And yeah, so there you go. That's step 1. Stay tuned. Whenever we come back, we'll finish setting up the rest of this research here in our new and improved efficient manner. And yeah, we'll see how that ends up going. I hope you enjoyed watching this. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Have fun.